Dear students, in this video I would like to discuss wavefront and its types. Actually, this concept is very important for the understanding of the phenomenon interference, right? Generally, the light has dual nature. It acts as a as well as particle. Wave as well as particle. So in this series of video, to understand this concept interference, we are going to talk about the wave nature of light. The wave nature of light. In 1969, Huygens proposed the wave nature of light. Huygens proposed the wave nature of light. So what he explained, on what basis he explained the wave nature of the light. So if you consider any source of light, any source of light. For example, this is one bulb. This is one bulb. Okay, so the light will come out of this bulb in all the directions. So each and every point, listen carefully, each and every point on this source, that is light source, will send the wave in all directions, will send the wave in all the directions. This is what Huygens proposed. What he said, each point on the source of light sends out waves, in all directions. Okay, to explain this wave nature, he introduced the concept called wavefront. He introduced the concept called wavefront. So in this video, we are going to discuss this concept wavefront in detail and also its type. Let me explain this concept wavefront with an example. So imagine there is an calm pool of water. The water is still. Okay, calm pool of water, right? So here you just imagine, here the water is there. Okay, water is there in this place. For example, in this, water is there in this place. Okay, it is calm. That means there is no oscillations present in the water. It is very calm. So we can say still water also. The water is still. Okay, so in that place, if you drop one stone, okay, I am dropping stone from here in this still water or in the calm pool of water. In this place, the stone will impact with the water. Stone will impact with the water. So now what happens? So immediately the waves will spread out along the surface of the water in all the direction. You can see this, you can observe this. Okay, the waves spread out along the surface of the water in all the direction with the same velocity. In all the direction with same velocity. That is, every particle on the surface of the water, every particle on the surface of the water vibrates or oscillates with time. Vibrates or oscillates with time. Okay, so if any instant of time, if you take the photograph of this instant, we can see the surface of the water should show circular rings. It shows the circular rings. Okay, you can observe the circular rings on which the disturbance is maximum. The disturbance is maximum. Okay, if you take the photograph, we can observe the circular rings. Okay, the surface of the water show the circular rings on which the disturbance is maximum. Okay, so from this circular ring, what we can understand, it is clear that all the particles on such a circle. Now if you take the circle, okay, so here points will be there, right? Each point in the sense particles. So every particle on a circle are vibrating in phase. Vibrating in phase. We are talking about the wave nature. So how can we represent the wave? Wave will be the crest and trough. It will be moving like this, right? So each, for example, this is the wave of first particle, means this is the another one. So here like this. Next also like this. So each and every particle produces the waves, sending the waves in all the directions which are at the same distance from the source, right? So see here, all the points are at the same distance from the source. This we can understand, right? Now you see this particle, this position and this position and this position. All the particles are having the same amplitude. Okay, this is the amplitude, same amplitude, or otherwise all the particles are in phase with each other. All the particles are in phase with each other. If you connecting all the particles which are in phase, then we will get one shape. We can get one shape that is called wavefront. That is called wavefront. Wave front, right? The wave is moving frontward direction. Okay, if you join all the particles which are in the same state of vibration, then it is called wave front. So a surface which covers, which envelops the particles that are in the same state of vibration, same state of vibration is known as wavefront, is known as wavefront. Okay, so how can we define the wavefront now? It is the envelope. It covers all the particles which are in the same state of vibration. So the another term for that envelope is nothing but locus. What is the name for that? The locus. So the wavefront at any instant of time is defined as the locus of all the particles of the medium, all the particles of the medium which are in same state of vibration, which are in same state of vibration, same state of vibration. So this is the definition for wavefront. So the wavefront at any instant is defined as the locus. That means this is the covering which covers all the particles which are in the state of vibration. The locus of all the particles of the medium which are in same state of vibration. Why it is called wavefront? It is moving towards the front direction. Okay, it is not going back. It is from this position, it is coming out. Okay, moving forward. That's what it is called wavefront. So now you will have the idea about what is the wavefront. Okay, next we are going to discuss about the types of wavefront based on the shape of the light source. Based on shape of the light source, shape of the light source, we have three types of wavefront. First one is spherical wavefront. What is that? Spherical wavefront. Number two is cylindrical wavefront. Number two is cylindrical wavefront. And third one is plane wavefront. Third one is plane wavefront. Okay, so let us discuss one by one in detail how the spherical wavefront is produced. Okay, so now listen carefully. The spherical wavefront is produced by a point source. Spherical wavefront, spherical wavefront. So which is produced by the point source of light. What is mean by point source? See here, this is the point source. Okay, if the light moves in all the direction, see here, the light will move in all the direction in the form of waves. Okay, if you join all those things, that is nothing but wavefront. So it produces the spherical shape, which is circular in shape, right? So this is called spherical wavefront. So how can we define the spherical wavefront? The spherical wavefront is produced by a point source. Is produced by a point source. Why it is producing like this? Because the locus of all such points which are equidistant from the source, that is very important, which are equidistant from the point to source, its shape is looking like a sphere. That's what this wavefront is called, spherical wavefront. Once again I will repeat, the spherical wavefront is produced by a point source of the light. Okay, here if you consider all the points which are at the same distance from the point to source, and it looks like the locus looks like the sphere shape, that's what it is called, spherical wavefront. Okay, so based on the light source I said, which type of light source we considered here? Point source. right? Next one is the cylindrical wavefront. Cylindrical wavefront. Here we considered point source. In this case, we are going to consider linear source of light. That is example slit. Okay, narrow opening. What is meant by slit? Narrow opening or narrow hole. Okay, narrow opening is called slit. Okay, so it's called linear source. What is the name for this? Linear source. In this case, it is point source, only one point. But here, linear source. Example for linear sources, slit. What is meant by slit? Narrow opening is called slit. So if the cylindrical wavefront is produced by the linear source. So how the light waves will come, you see? Like this. Okay, so it's look like a cylindrical shape. Okay, that's what it is called, cylindrical wavefront. The cylindrical wavefront is produced by the linear source. Okay, and it is because all the points which are equidistant from the source, okay, and which lie on the surface of the cylinder, that's what it is called, the cylindrical wavefront, cylindrical shape. Okay, that's what it is called, cylindrical wavefront. So very easily you can understand, based on the shape of the light source we are getting different wavefront. If the light source is point source, we will get the spherical wavefront, which are at the equal distance from the point source. Okay, and the next one is cylindrical, which is produced by the linear source, right? Linear source, example is slit, which is nothing but narrow opening. So the all the points which are at the equidistance from the linear source, that is like slate, which lie on the surface of the cylinder, that's what cylindrical wavefront is produced. Okay, next one is plane wavefront. What is the plane wavefront? Now you see, that means the point source at the finite distance, point source is at the finite distance in both the cases. If suppose if you are moving forward, that means if you are moving away from the point source, keep on the spherical wavefront will move like this. At one point it becomes the plane wavefront. One point it becomes the plane wavefront. Here also the same situation. When we move forward, okay, at one point of time we will get the plane wavefront. Okay, so how can we explain the plane wavefront? The plane wavefront is produced by the force which are originated from the extended source, extended source. In both the cases, the source are at finite distance. Okay, in both the cases of spherical and cylindrical, the sources are at finite distance. But in case of plane wavefront, the source will be at infinite distance. Okay, will be infinite distance, so that it will produce the plane wavefront. Okay, the point source of light in a medium at infinite distance will give rise to plane wavefront. So how the plane wavefront will be shown? It will be like this. See here, here also the direction will be moving front. Okay, so this is what we have to understand. So how can we explain the plane wavefront? The plane wavefront is produced by the extended source. It may be either point source or linear source, but it should be at the infinite distance. Okay, so that the spherical and the cylindrical wavefront will become as a plane wavefront. Okay, so this is what we have to understand, the types of wavefront. I hope you clearly understand the concept. If you have any doubt regarding this topic, you can ask me in the comment box. Thank you everyone.